What if I told you the miles and miles of cornfields you see driving through Nebraska aren't actually feeding people? In fact, according to the Nebraska Corn Board, 99% of corn grown in Nebraska is not food corn, but field corn, which is used to feed animals and produce biofuels. Some of you might be thinking, well, why should I care what farmers grow? However, living in an area that's surrounded by monocultures of corn and soy actually makes Nebraska's food system incredibly vulnerable and insecure, especially in a time of climate change and oil depletion. So what's going to happen when we can no longer afford to import all our vegetables that we consume from other states? What if we can't get lettuce and Brussels sprouts and other fruits from California? Well, that means we might need to rethink how our food system in Nebraska operates. Today, I want to talk to you about the weaknesses in Nebraska's current agricultural system and also suggest alternatives to this farming system. In the United States, our current industrial agricultural practices focus heavily on having petroleum-based chemical inputs and the use of large machinery. There are two reasons why this type of agricultural practice is unsustainable and will not meet future food needs. The first is that this agricultural system exploits the Earth's natural resources. It uses a lot of fossil fuels to produce these chemicals, and in the end, these chemicals can also leach from the water and can also leach from the cropland and ranches into the field, into the neighboring streams, groundwater, and soils, resulting in water and soil contamination and degradation. The second reason why these agricultural practices are unsustainable is that it disconnects the farmer from the nutrition of the plant. Currently, like in Nebraska, many of the farms are large-scale operations that are not growing crops for humans. They're in fact growing commodities. Corn is a commodity crop. The farmer has no direct sales to humans, and in fact, their customers aren't even humans. They are animals, and so they really lack this connection between the nutrition of the crop and who they're feeding. Ultimately, you lose the most important aspect of farming, which is the connection between the farmer and the community, and essentially the food in the community. The future of farming must rely not on commodity farming, but on community farming. The new model of farming, called community farming, focuses on the empowerment of local farmers and the implementation of ecologically based growing practices. This model restores and rejuvenates and revitalizes local communities by supporting the direct sale of produce from small-scale farmers to the community. Think farmers markets and local grocery stores that can sell products from farmers that are growing around the area. This will strengthen the local food system by creating a resiliency, by providing local foods in a direct way to the consumer. Not only that, it reconnects that relationship between the farmer, nutrition, and their community. As global food demand continues to rise, we must not look to intensify our current system, which relies heavily on the exploitation of natural resources and the disconnect between farmer and nutrition. We must instead focus on community farming to revitalize these communities and to strengthen our local food. This is why I support Initiative 435, which is up for vote in 2014. Initiative 435 will allocate funds to small organic growers in Nebraska. The bill will improve nutrition by nutrition and health by reconnecting the farmer to the community. Also, this bill will protect Nebraska's natural resources by encouraging farmers to use ecologically based practices in a small-scale farming operations. Finally, this will make Nebraska's local food system more secure by reducing the amount of imported food to feed our community. We will be self-sustaining and able to feed our own community instead of relying on vegetables and fruits from California and other states. Therefore, stand up and support Nebraska, support the local community, and support local food. Thank you.